Welcome to our February edition of the Radio Shack Television Network. A perfect blend of all your favorite music videos, sports, and comedy, plus all kinds of important Radio Shack information.
Like our February speaker sale on all Optimus speakers. It's a sweetheart of a deal just in time for Valentine's Day.
So take your time, have a good and enjoy the show.
We hope you feel free to ask all the questions you'd like about speakers or anything.
Go ahead, put us to the test. That's what we're here for.
This is Conrad Wilson reporting live from Punxsutawney. Back to you, Joan.
So, Conrad, how is the crowd?
Well, Joan, it's actually pretty quiet here right now. In fact, I've been wondering, where is everyone?
They're at Radio Shack, because February is Radio Shack Speaker Sale Month. Unbelievable prices on every speaker we sell. Critically acclaimed Optimus Pro LX5 speakers with the revolutionary wide-angle dipole tweeter on sale. Optimus Pro 77 two-way mini speakers on sale. Two-way tower speakers or 8-inch bookshelf speakers all on sale now. How about a pair of Optimus wireless speakers? Car speakers, PA speakers, in-wall speakers, powered subwoofers, speakers for your PC, and more. They're all on sale. Every speaker is on sale. And don't forget accessories. Radio Shack has all kinds of speaker accessories like speaker stands, wall mounts and wiring, everything to make your speakers sound and look great.
Conrad, is the crowd any bigger? Conrad? Conrad, are you there?
Update the sound of your stereo with great sounding Optimus speakers on sale now at your local Radio Shack. Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
Radio Shack proudly presents the wide-angle Optimus speaker. What makes it extraordinary is the tweeter, which radiates sound 360 degrees for dispersion so wide and natural, you'd swear the sound comes out of thin air. Oh, by the way, the woofers are pretty advanced, too. The wide-angle Optimus speaker, exclusively at Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
It's hard to avoid losing some cash at these places, but you can't avoid losing touch with your family. That's why we carry this. A great new product called a Family Radio Service two-way radio that I bought at Radio Shack. These reliable yet affordable two-way radios have a range of up to 2 miles, provide crystal clear reception, are simple to operate, and you don't need a license. We use them anytime we need to stay in touch with the family. Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
Some things just go together, like men and their remote control, direct-to-home satellite systems, home theater systems, and Radio Shack. Radio Shack has all the solutions, like our acclaimed Optimus line of ProLogic AV receivers, hi-fi stereo VCRs, and surround sound speakers and subwoofers. All will add new dimension to your home television viewing. Make the match with Optimus, built to rock. Exclusively at Radio Shack.
I'd seen the frustrations of a home office without a communications plan. A nightmare. Not for me. Communications with my clients? Sometimes fast and crazy. How I respond to their needs is what's important. I just went to Radio Shack and asked a few questions, about caller ID, cordless, what's a good fax? My first good business decision. One stop, that's it. I got everything I need. Now I can concentrate on productivity. Any more questions?
Why is it that we always think just one more plug-in will be okay? Or that if you leave old batteries in a drawer long enough, they'll recharge themselves? Surge protector? Who needs a surge protector? Head down to your nearest Radio Shack for all your battery and power needs. Here at Radio Shack, you can get all kinds of batteries, even hard-to-find specialty batteries, for items such as calculators, watches, and camcorders. And they have rechargeable batteries for things like RC cars. Extension cords, they got them. Surge protectors and travel adapters, they've got those too. Radio Shack has a big battery and power center. Doesn't that help shed some light on solving your battery and power needs? I thought so. Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
Just look around. With all the items you see here at Radio Shack, you'd think we'd have just about everything in electronics. And you're right. And there's much more available through Radio Shack Unlimited, the complete in-store catalog source for electronics. You'll find more batteries, hundreds more, computer hardware and software, tons of accessories and parts for Radio Shack and other brand products, electronic components, and more. Over 100,000 additional items are in these comprehensive, detailed catalogs, all available for shipment direct to your door. If you can't find it here, you'll probably find it in here. We've got it all for you with Radio Shack Unlimited.
Hi there. Welcome to Answer Corner, brought to you by Radio Shack. I'm Brent Anderson, your host. Now, Answer Corner is the program that shows you how to get answers and solutions to questions and problems with today's electronic and technological stuff, and how to install just about anything, from computers to stereo systems to home security. Now, I'm here today with Keith Reeders from our corporate headquarters in Fort Worth, Texas. Hi, Keith. How are you?
Hi, Brent. I'm doing good. How are you?
Great, thanks. Now, today we're going to learn how to install a surround sound system. Now, Keith, what exactly is surround sound?
Well, it's a home theater system. You know how when you go to the movies and it sounds great? That's because of the number of speakers used and where they're positioned in the theater. With a home surround sound system, your living room can sound just like a movie theater.
Okay, great. Well, let's take a look at the parts of the system you're going to need.
First, you'll need a surround sound home theater receiver like this Optimus model. The receiver should have left, right, center, and rear speaker connections, and should also deliver equal power to each speaker. You'll also want to look for a subwoofer connection. That'll make the system a lot more fun.
Ah, subwoofers are cool.
Yeah, a subwoofer really makes the system kick. Next, you'll need two front speakers or main speakers. These speakers will usually be the largest and will be placed on the left and right side of the TV set. The rear speakers will be smaller and will be placed behind the seating area. With these speakers, you'll be able to hear all of the great sound effects.
Now, Keith, how come these speakers are so much smaller than the front ones?
Well, the rear speakers will be a lot closer to where you're sitting, and they deliver a lot of sound for their size.
Okay.
The center speaker is exactly that.
Right, so it's placed either directly over or under the TV set in the center in between the two front main speakers, right?
You got it.
Okay.
The center speaker adds overall ambience, helps you hear the dialogue clearly, and allows sounds to pan across the screen.
And that means?
Well, that means that when it's moving from the left to the right speaker, it fills in the hole in the middle.
Oh, okay, great. Now, remember the subwoofer we talked about earlier? This is it. And the subwoofer adds incredible richness and depth to the entire system.
That's right. Remember the movie Jurassic Park?
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
Well, with a subwoofer, you'll not only hear the T-Rex when he roars, you'll feel it as well. Plus, because the low frequencies are non-directional, you can place a subwoofer anywhere in the room, like an out-of-the-way location behind a sofa.
Well, let's take a look at a room drawing to show you the basic setup.
Our TV is in the center. To the left and right are the main speakers. Above the TV is the center speaker, and below the TV is the subwoofer. Directly behind the listening area are the rear speakers.
Okay, here we are in an actual living room with a surround sound system. Now, as you can see, we've got our front speakers to the left and right of the TV. Our center channel speaker is on top of the TV in the middle. Our subwoofers down here on the floor underneath the TV, also in the middle. And our rear speakers are mounted on the wall behind the listening area.
Surround sound speakers generally sound best if they're positioned above ear level.
Okay, so now that we've got all the speakers in place, let's go ahead and wire the system up.
Speaker wire consists of two conductors or individual wires that are color-coded or marked. We will use these markings as a guide to connect the speakers to the receiver. The back of the receiver will be labeled for each set of speakers. Front speakers go here, the center speaker goes here, rear speakers go here, and the subwoofer goes here.
So you just match the proper colored or marked wire to the connector on the back of the receiver and you're all set, right?
That's right. You should always use 16-gauge speaker wire or larger to make all speaker connections.
I knew that.
Okay, now that we're all set up, you can connect your Hi-Fi VCR to your system, pop in a tape, and you can enjoy your Radio Shack home theater surround sound system that you installed yourself.
Okay, let's see what T-Rex is up to. Wow!
Pretty cool, huh? You can connect it yourself with the help of Radio Shack and really enjoy and feel the sound.
Install and connect it yourself with help from Radio Shack. Join us again next month for a new installment of Answer Corner. See you then. Radio Shack, you've got questions, we've got answers.
Tired of running around trying to find the best solutions to your telecommunications needs? How would you like to see a whole new way to experience and shop for telecommunication? This is it. The Sprint store at Radio Shack. Confused? Don't be. Radio Shack has the answers to all your questions about communications. Take phones, for example. Radio Shack is America's telephone store. We have over 100 models and styles of corded, decorator, and cordless phones, as well as the latest in wireless phones. We even have multi-line phones for business. Answering machines? We've got them. Beepers and pagers? We've got those too. And don't forget telephone accessories. Radio Shack has all the things you need to make your phone work, look, and sound better. But here's the new stuff. Telephone services. Everything from Sprint long distance to prepaid phone cards to internet access. Now you can walk into Radio Shack and save money just by switching your long distance service to Sprint's dime a minute rate. Sounds great, doesn't it? And we make it easy. All our experts are Sprint certified, which means they are specially trained to answer all your questions face to face. One-stop shopping for telecommunications. Now, doesn't that make those tired feet feel better? Makes you want to go dancing, doesn't it? The Sprint store at Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
Just think of how convenient it would be to have a cordless phone from Radio Shack.
Hello? It's for you, Susie.
You can move freely from room to room, even outdoors.
Hello? It's for you, honey.
And Radio Shack cordless phones have sound quality that rivals many corded phones. Step over and look at Radio Shack's amazing selection of cordless phones now. You're in the store America turns to for telephones and accessories. Just ask a sales associate to help you find the phone that's right for you. Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
Hi, you got any of these? Ooh, will this leather case fit my cell phone? It's not from Radio Shack.
Yes, it will.
Perfect. What about a long life battery? A car adapter? A universal remote? Cordless computer mouse? An AC adapter for this? Wow, you got wireless speakers, dual headphones.
Whatever you've got, wherever you got it, Radio Shack's got over 10,000 accessories to help it work better.
Oh yeah. Got any connectors?
Parts, too.
Great.
Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
If you're like me, you've been into music a long time. My system's really sounding good. I put it all together from the Optimus brand. The stuff's built to rock, and the surround sound really is kicking.
I love to watch movies here.
But on my latest trip to Radio Shack for some high-end tape, I asked a couple of questions, which led to a cool discovery. All the little products they call accessories, I now call necessities. My system's fully tweaked, protected from power surges, and my friend here says it's easy to control.
You really want a cellular phone, but you're afraid of the service plans, activation, the true cost. So you go back and forth again. Don't do that. Come into Radio Shack. We'll patiently explain everything you need to know about going cellular. Then we can even sign you up. You'll see that not only are cellular phones nothing to be afraid of, they're actually quite friendly. Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
Installation. Jacks and plugs of connecting cords are color-coded as follows. Red jacks and plugs for right channel of audio signals, white jacks and plugs for left channel of audio signals, yellow jacks and plugs for video signals. To connect CD player, run white and red jacks from CD player to tuner. Follow same basic procedure when connecting DAT and tape deck. This covers your basic hookup, and except for AM/FM antenna, front speakers, rear speakers, impedance selector, AC power outlet, auxiliary power, and the remote commander, you should be all set. Any questions?
Radio Shack has 6,500 locations where you can find simple answers to all kinds of complicated questions. Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.